A property. Gone.
Because I took care of it, Miss Baumgartner.
It's like 15 years of education.
Are we good to go yet?
We are good, sir.
Okay, good. All right. Call city council meeting to order. Clerk, please call the roll.
Baumgartner,
Here.
Ely,
Here.
Godwin,
Here.
Rogers,
Here.
Schmidt,
Here.
Whitaker,
Here.
Wright.
Here.
That's the first for a number of weeks here that we've had 7 people at the council. That's good. Let's all please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sorry.
Okey-doke, approval of the minutes. You've all received copies of the last meeting's minutes in the mail. Any additions or corrections? If there are none, they will stand approved as presented. Approval of the current financial report. You have received copies of that from the auditor's office. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Motion by Mr. Whitaker to approve the current financial report from the city auditor for this month. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Excuse me. Approval of the agenda. I have nothing at this time to add. Oh, yes.
We do have the need for an executive session at before adjournment this evening
Okay,
for personnel issues.
okay. After call of council.
Move to approve the agenda as amended.
121.22G, that's 1, isn't it? Personnel. Just want to get this right. Yes. G1. Okay. Motion by Mr. Schmidt to approve the agenda as amended. Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Okay, we have no scheduled public hearings for this evening, but anyone wishing to address council may do so. Please come to the microphone and state your name and address and say what it is you have to say.
Hi, my name is Aaron Schaefer, 1028 Donald Drive. I'm the athletic director at Greenville High School. Just want to take a moment to thank the community for all of its support of Greenville City Schools, Greenville Athletics. As we move into the 2021-22 school year, we'd like to invite the community and council out to our mini athletic events as we open our gates back up to the community after a year of limited spectators. I know our kids missed it last year, and this group of fine young people have a desire to play in front of packed houses and make our community proud. Thursday night, we are hosting Thursday Night Lights via live broadcast by ABC 22, Fox 45. My Dayton TV will be in. Our kids are excited, our coaches. We'd really like to have a huge support out there as we play Eaton on Thursday night. We also want to thank the city for its continued support of the Treaty City Invitational, which is held on the Saturday of Labor Day weekend. Our meet is growing. I've talked with Ryan briefly about some of our needs. We're trying to grow this thing back to what it used to be, in excess of 30 teams. Right now, we're at 27 schools, high school and middle school. There's going to be a lot of people here on Saturday, September 4th. But I do appreciate everything that you guys do for our community, our great community. And we'd like to invite the community and council out to our athletic events and our many activities that our students put on throughout the year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you and good luck. Anyone else wishing to address council may do so. No one's rushing to the microphone. If none, we will move the agenda going on to administrative reports. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Council President. I got a few things here to report on. First fight has been going great, well attended, been fun to go to. The next one coming up is September 3rd. It's called Popcorn and Prohibition. That's in that 6 to 9 time frame. So look forward to that and hope you can attend. Hope the weather's good as it's been. I have, of course, the opening of the Dark County Fair is Friday. I'll be there at 8 a.m. for the flag raising and get the fair opened up, so it's gonna be fun. Just to let you know, we're gonna see something pretty soon. We got a call with a lot of other mayors in the area on the aggregation.
Sometimes
I
it
think I've
can
done
be
that-
an aggravation.
aggravating,
At least 3 times a day I've done it. So the word is that they're feeling that within the next 2 to 3 weeks, they may have a price that they may go after to try to work on a contract. So we've had several different companies provide electricity and they're working on talking with them first, see how it goes. Somewhere around the 4.8 range, which we're about currently at. I think it's real close to that now. What they're thinking is that as the time goes along, the next 1 to 3 years, that it will go up. So it's not like we're getting a big break like right now. But as they forecast and see what's coming up in the future, they see that climbing and we're going to be at that, stay at that 4.8 then. So
Now, are you talking
electric,
veteran or electric?
yeah,
So that's 4.8, what, per
cents per
kilowatt hour or kilowatt hour? Okay.
So that's coming up. Just make you aware that that's something that we'll probably one day we'll get a call and try to get all the mayors in the area of all the people in our aggregation group, and we'll probably try to make a contract. So that's something that we've already we've had legislation done so that we can do both gas and electric on an ongoing basis. So it's not something we have to, it's something we just have to agree with. Legislation's there.
Okay, I don't speak for everybody on council, but myself personally, I've been getting about 2 to 3 mailers per week regarding all kinds of stuff for electricity and natural gas, et cetera, wanting me to join this and opt out of this and so forth. And I'm
So-
glad you brought that up because I don't want people to panic and think that it isn't coming from the city. And we have chosen to go with this aggregate company. And if they get something here soon, then the next step an individual would have would be to opt out if they don't want to be part of it.
Right.
Otherwise, they're automatically part of
That
it.
is true, but just like you said, there's a lot of flyers going out. There's a lot of advertising. And you can easily get caught up with a company that does provide a less amount or a less charge now. But as time goes along, then you won't be able to, the price will go up. Ours won't go up. So that'd be like a minimum. And then when they send the letters out to opt out, to opt out of this, you're already stuck in a contract and then you won't be able to get into the other one, into ours.
For how long of a
AG.
term is that rate, you know?
Year.
They usually go for a 3-year term is what they're really shooting for. So that's what it was last time. Just be aware.
When's our contract up now?
The end of the year.
At the end of this year?
Yeah, end of the year. But
Okay, so our current contract does go until December 31st.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to bring up is just to kind of give you an idea of all the things that, problems that we've had because of the COVID virus over the years. Really one particular thing I wanted to bring up. If you all remember, August 3rd, 2020, we opened the time capsule that was been in the cabinet out in the hallway. It's a copper box. It's at the present time, it's on my table in my office, and it's been remade, so to speak. We added some room to it. A man named Travis Pearson has worked on it. And the reason it's taken so long, and I'm bringing up the COVID virus, is because it took 9 to 10 months to get the material in. So, and that's the reason I brought it up like I did, was just to give you an understanding of why that wasn't done before. But in the last couple of weeks, I just got that back, and he's going to, once we get everything ready to put back in, then he'll buff it all up again and make sure it's nice and shiny, and solder the top down and rebuff it again. And then we can have like a dedication or whatever to put that back away. So, but what the big thing is that we do have some extra room in there now. I made a sculptive top to it, decorative, and it looks real nice. And like I said, he'll buff that up and we can put it back on the display case. But people out there that have anything idea if the old bicentennial committee, people that work with and volunteer their time with the DAR, and we're looking for a few small items that we can put back into that for today's times. And and then here, I don't know, probably by next month, we'll pick a date out that we can like get those items put in there and get it sealed up and put away again. So
Maybe a COVID mask or something.
Oh, yeah.
They still might be around. in
we
24 hours.
have some, and somebody had one lettered
Yeah.
with the COVID on it, and then the dedication, and then that's why it's in there and all that. So yeah, no doubt. So I think it's already been made up.
Beat me to it.
So
Mr. Mayor, if somebody's
Yes.
interested in donating something to the capsule, do they just bring it to your office, or how are you handling that?
yeah, give me a call, something, we'll work it out. Yeah. Bring it to the office or whatever, but it'd be nice to make sure it's all something related to Greenville. I mean, not just
Yeah.
anything like a family thing or whatever.
No.
I think the item has to be smaller than a Volkswagen too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking, oh, okay, gotcha.
All right. So with that, I'll pass that. So thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, Safety Service Director, Mr. Delk.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Great.
First off, some of you may have received a natural gas rebate from Vectren or CenterPoint Energy. Most of them have been, I've heard, around the $9-10 mark. So we've had a lot of calls today, especially about what that's for. The city even received some up in our auditor's office for our accounts. So back in March, during the Texas disaster, natural gas prices spiked. Those suppliers upcharged us for that spike. And then it was determined that because we're with an aggregation, that was illegal. So that's what that rebate is for. So if you see a rebate, it's not a scam. You can cash the check. It's yours free and clear.
Wow.
Splash pad dedication is scheduled for September the 8th at 6 p.m. at South Park. You will all receive an invite to that, but I just wanted to give you a heads up.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. Bring your swimming suit.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
Bring it, don't wear it.
So who can
That's
we,
Wednesday, did you say?
Yeah, Wednesday, September the 8th, 6 p.m.
so who can we nominate to stand under the big bucket?
I'll just be getting off at work at 4:30.
We
I'll
could do it for a
Okay.
fundraiser.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm good
was
with
just
that.
thinking, maybe that'd be a
Good
good
idea.
idea.
I feel like President Burkett, like, would get a lot of action up there.
Gee, thanks.
So we met with some engineering firms last week about House Bill 168, which has just come out. So it's $250 million. The state of Ohio has determined that they want to give to municipalities for water and sewer infrastructure. They didn't give a whole lot of direction, just we have $250 million and we're going to give it away. Tell us what you guys want to do. We have since put together, so part of the criteria is we had to put together some engineers' estimates for items that we wanted to go after. And then we send those to the Darke County engineer and then he rated those. We just got those ratings back from him today. So now our next step is to actually apply for the grants. Again, you know, they could say we're going to give 50 million to Columbus, 50 million and really knock that down because it's all 88 counties. So we sent for the main transmission line coming into the city. That was ranked number 5. We asked for $1.9 million and we were going to commit $480,000 towards those funds. Our water tower east was ranked 7th, and this is 9 items out of the county were submitted to the engineer's office. We were ranked number 7 for our water tower. Engineer's estimate was $6.3 million. We asked for 50% of that. And then we felt that it would help us maybe get a little more money if we had just asked for 50%, because then we're also on the agenda later tonight for you guys to approve is we're approved for a 0% 30-year loan on that water tower also. And we can use that loan money for our portion of it. And then rank number 8 was the engineering, which would be like the design only for a solids handling facility down at the wastewater treatment plant. So that's an $8 million project. We're projecting about $800,000 for the design, and we maxed that at $250,000 was the most you can ask for, and that was ranked number 8. So next step is to submit to the Department of Development, and then within 45 days, we'll hear whether we receive grant funds or not. So they're
So
planning on
the county ranks that 1 through 10.
correct.
Engineer.
So there were 9 projects within the county, and then the county engineer ranks where those projects fall.
What were the other projects? I'm just curious.
Um,
The-
so Village of Ansonia Water Tower was ranked 1. Village of Versailles water line replacement ranked 2. Village of Gettysburg Water Tower ranked 3. Palestine Hollinsburg Joint Sewer District ranked 4th. Our transmission line was 5th. Village of Wayne Lakes sanitary sewer system was 6th. City Green, our water tower was 7th. Solids handling design was 8th, and Village of Arcanum water tower was 9th. So 4 water towers there on the list.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yes. Any other questions on that one? Okay. I don't know if you guys got it in time for the meeting, but we did an amended water and sewer billing announcement today. So just to clarify, we've had a lot of phone calls on how that was all going to go down, and it was kind of confusing because water used and then what our office calls like the October bill is actually water used basically the month of August. So here's how it's going to go. So August 3rd, we do a reading. That bill will come out on September 1, due September 15th. And that's going to be your prorated, whether it's 1 month, 2 month, 3 month bill. And then on September 1, we'll do a reading still at the old rate. That bill will come out October 1, due October 15th, but at our monthly. October 1 will be a reading at the new rate, because that's your water used from September 1 to October 1. And you'll get that bill November 1st due November 15th, and that'll be the new rate. And moving forward, it's always going to be based on water usage. So for example, that the March, increase next year that we've already approved, you won't see that until May 1, that bill for that increase, but it'll still always be monthly. Hopefully that clears it up because there was a lot of confusion going on. And last but not least, Mr. President, we need to schedule a joint CIC City Council meeting, if we may.
Okay.
And with that, I will pass.
You have any suggestions on that?
September is usually when we do
The
it.
first meeting in September or
We
the?
can do the first, the second. We can even go into October. It's not super important.
Hmm,
It would probably be best on a first Tuesday because we have park board prior to, and those usually go quicker than planning and zoning commission.
Okay, well, the first meeting in September will be immediately after the Labor Day weekend. Would you want to go until October on that?
October would be
Let's do the
fantastic.
first meeting
First
in
meeting in
October.
October.
Yeah,
Fifth.
so we will set the joint meeting with the Greenville CIC and City Council. We can do that, haven't we normally done that like at 7 o'clock?
Correct.
Okay. And we'll set that for Tuesday, October the 5th. Okay, at 7 PM. And then regular council will convene at 7:30. Okay. Very good. Is that all?
That is all. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Law Director, Mr. Weeman.
Excuse me. Thank you, Mr. Council President. We got a full agenda this evening and I've got some comments for our executive session. So at this time, I don't have anything unless there's questions from council.
Okay, thank you. And City Auditor, Mrs. Woolman.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. I wanted to advise council that we closed an escrow account on August 4th at Greenville National Bank and released the funds to the owner. The Assistant Fire Chief advised us that the property at 120 West Harmon, where a fire had occurred, had been brought back up to living standards. So we were able to release those funds and per the auditor of state, I needed to advise you of that fact. And with that, I pass.
How is the question, how is the audit going? Is it still going or does anyone know?
They haven't been around lately, so, but they're still working at it. I
Okay.
think, so.
Normally, our audits are concluded within what, a couple of months?
Well, that number of years ago, that not recently.
Okay. Okay. All right, well, thank you. There are nothing under committee reports and we have, wow, 13 ordinances and resolutions. You guys wimped out last week and, decided to put those off. So here we go. There were nothing even given its first reading. So we will begin with item 1 or a transfer ordinance.
An ordinance for the transfer of funds among the appropriations of the various funds of the city of Greenville. This transfer ordinance authorizes transfers in the general fund in the sum as follows: $1,000 from salaries special park to supplies to sell. These funds are needed to purchase goods to sell at the city pool. $625 from salary special park to new equipment special park. These funds are needed to purchase a new scratch and dent refrigerator for the city pool due to the current refrigerator being irreparable.
Mr. Council President, make a motion to suspend the rules on this ordinance and read it by title only, second and third time.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules, read ordinance by title, second and third time. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
An ordinance for the transfer of funds among the appropriations of the various funds of the city of Greenville. An ordinance for the transfer of funds among the appropriations of the various funds of the city of Greenville.
Move to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Baumgartner to adopt. Discussion. Call the roll.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Next, we have a supplemental appropriations ordinance.
An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2021. The supplemental ordinance authorizes appropriations in the general fund, sewage disposal fund, and wastewater disposal fund in the sum as follows. Indigent burials, elected auditor and treasurer in the amount of $3,500. These funds are needed for any indigent burials the city may have through the end of calendar year 2021. Law library payments, police department in the amount of $8,500. These funds are needed to cover law library payments through December 31st, 2021. New equipment fire in the amount of $3,000. These funds are needed to install a 25-foot flagpole at the fire department and were donated by VFW and the American Legion. Professional counsel sewage disposal in the amount of $26,775. These funds are needed for the balance of the preliminary engineering report. Capital improvements wastewater reserve fund in the amount of $56,248. These funds are needed to complete the wastewater clarifier project.
Move to suspend the rules and give this second and third reading by title only. Motion by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, read the ordinance by title, second and third time. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2021. An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2021.
Move to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Baumgartner to adopt the ordinance. Discussion.
Yeah, Ryan, how's that clarification project coming out there? The sewer plant?
So the clarifier project is actually the prior project, and what they're working on now is the UV. So the clarifier is pretty much finished except for this last final payment. The UV is installed and that we're no longer using chlorine, which was our ultimate goal. Right now they're waiting on building materials to actually put the building around the UV portion. So that is on back order, of course.
I thought he said he wanted to get that in last year.
Yeah. So their new date for the building is October.
Thank you.
Further discussion or questions? Okay, we have a motion to adopt, correct? Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
And next we have a resolution to authorize the safety service director in contract with the Ohio Public Works Commission for North Ohio Street.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with the Ohio Public Works Commission for North Ohio Street. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with the Ohio Public Works Commission for the North Ohio Street project.
Move to suspend the rules and give this resolution its second and third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Whitaker to suspend the rules, read the resolution by title, second, third time. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with the Ohio Public Works Commission for North Ohio Street. A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with the Ohio Public Works Commission for North Ohio Street.
Move to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Schmidt to adopt the resolution. Discussion.
How far is that gonna go up? Is that gonna go to 4th Street?
No, this just goes the intersection to the bridge,
That's Martin going down to the bridge?
correct?
Okay.
And then we applied for a different grant to extend the bike path from the bridge to Alice Bish, but it's not part of this OPWC portion.
Different one.
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay, further questions? Okay, motion is to adopt the resolution. Discussion or further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner.
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Next, we have a resolution to authorize safety service director to apply for a 0% loan for water tower construction.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to apply for a 0% loan for water tower construction. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director to apply for a 0% loan for the construction of a water tower.
Move to suspend the rules, give this resolution second and third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules and read the resolution by title, second and third time. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner.
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to apply for a 0% loan for water tower construction. A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to apply for a 0% loan for water tower construction.
Move to adopt the resolution.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adopt the resolution. Discussion. Call the roll.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
And next, we have a resolution authorizing resolution to assess liens on properties for noxious weeds, mowing, trash removal, and declaring an emergency.
A resolution certifying to the Dark County Auditor certain amounts to be entered upon tax duplicates as liens representing expenses incurred by the city of Greenville, Ohio for its services rendered in cutting and destroying noxious weeds or removing litter pursuant to authority granted by sections 731.51 to 731.53 inclusive of the Ohio Revised Code and declaring an emergency. This resolution will assess noxious weed mowing and trash removals to multiple parcels. This resolution has an emergency clause.
Mr. Council President, I move to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Baumgartner to suspend the rules and read the resolution by title, second, and third time. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
A resolution certifying to the Dark County Auditor certain amounts to be entered upon tax duplicates as liens representing expenses incurred by the city of Greenville, Ohio for its services rendered in cutting and destroying noxious weeds and removing litter pursuant to authority granted by section 731.51 to 731.53 inclusive of the Ohio Revised Code and declaring emergency. A resolution certifying to the Dark County Auditor certain amounts to be entered upon tax duplicates as liens representing expenses incurred by the city of Greenville, Ohio for its services rendered in cutting and destroying noxious weeds or removing litter pursuant to authority granted by section 731.51 to 731.53 inclusive of the Ohio Revised Code and declaring an emergency.
Move to adopt the emergency clause.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adopt the emergency clause. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes. Move to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Whitaker to adopt the resolution. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Resolution authorizing contract with Littman Thomas Insurance for coverage to the city of Greenville and declaring an emergency.
A resolution authorizing a contract not to exceed 1 year in duration with Littman Thomas Insurance Agency for the providing of liability insurance coverage for the city of Greenville, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. This resolution authorizes the city auditor to enter into a contract not to exceed 1 year with Littman Thomas Insurance Agency for the providing of liability insurance for Greenville from October 1st, 2021 through September 30th, 2022. This resolution has an emergency clause.
Move to suspend the rules and give this resolution its second and third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Whitaker to suspend the rules and read the resolution by title, second, and third time. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner.
Yep.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing a contract not to exceed one year in duration with Littman Thomas Insurance Agency for the providing of liability insurance coverage for the city of Greenville, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. A resolution authorizing a contract not to exceed 1 year in duration with Littman Thomas Insurance Agency for the providing of liability insurance coverage for the city of Greenville, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Move to adopt the emergency clause.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adopt the emergency clause. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes. Move to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Whitaker to adopt the resolution. Discussion. Call the roll.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
And next, we have a resolution to approve bids for contracts for water and sewer plant chemicals for use and delivery in 2022.
A resolution approving bids for contracts for water and sewer plant chemicals for use and delivery in 2022. This resolution approves entry into contracts with Carmuse Lime and Stone Incorporated, Univar Solutions USA Incorporated, USA LCO Fairfield Plant LLC, Chemical Services Incorporated, Karis Corporation, and PVS Technologies Incorporated for the use and delivery of water and sewer plant chemicals in the calendar year 2022.
Make a motion to suspend the rules on this resolution, read it by title only, second and third time.
Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules, read the resolution by title, second, third time, discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner.
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
A resolution approving bids for contracts for water and sewer plant chemicals for use and delivery in 2022. A resolution approving bids for contracts for water and sewer plant chemicals for use and delivery in 2022.
Move to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Whitaker to adopt the resolution, discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner.
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
And wow. That's a bunch. Next, we have an ordinance ratifying approval of the ratifying approval, wait a minute. Vacation accrual for Scott Kitchen, IT manager.
An ordinance ratifying and approving the vacation accrual to be provided to Scott Kitchen. This ordinance approves the vacation accrual to Scott Kitchen due to a promotion and the timing of the promotion.
Mr. Council President, I move to suspend the rules, give the ordinance second and third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Baumgartner to suspend the rules, read the resolution, or ordinance, excuse me, by title, second and third time, discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
An ordinance ratifying and approving the vacation accrual to be provided to Scott Kitchen. An ordinance ratifying and approving the vacation accrual to be provided to Scott Kitchen.
Move to adopt the ordinance.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adopt the ordinance, discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Okay. Next, we have an ordinance accepting reimbursement of paid vacation time for Jeff Francis and reinstating vacation.
An ordinance accepting the reimbursement of paid vacation time for Jeff Francis and reinstating vacation. This ordinance accepts the reimbursement of paid vacation time to Jeff Francis and reinstating his vacation time.
Move to suspend the rules, give this ordinance a second, third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Schmidt to suspend the rules, reading or ordinance by title, second and third time, discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner.
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
An ordinance accepting the reimbursement of paid vacation time for Jeff Francis and reinstating vacation. An ordinance accepting the reimbursement of paid vacation time for Jeff Francis and reinstating vacation.
Move to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Schmidt to adopt, discussion. Call the roll.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
And next, we have a resolution accepting the material terms of the One Ohio subdivision settlement pursuant to the One Ohio Memorandum of Understanding, Memorandum of Agreement, excuse me, and declaring an emergency. Wow, that's a mouthful.
An emergency resolution to accept the material terms of the One Ohio subdivision settlement pursuant to the One Ohio Memorandum of Understanding and consistent with the terms of the July 21st, 2021 National Opioid Settlement Agreement. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director to execute the participation agreement for the One Ohio subdivision settlement pursuant to the One Ohio Memorandum of Understanding regarding the pursuit and use of potential opioid litigation settlement funds consistent with the material terms of the July 21st, 2021 proposed National Opioid Distributor Settlement Agreement. This resolution has an emergency clause.
Move to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Schmidt to suspend the rules, read the resolution by title, second, third time, discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner.
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
An emergency resolution to accept the material terms of the One Ohio subdivision settlement pursuant to the One Ohio Memorandum of Understanding and consistent with the terms of the July 21st, 2021 National Opioid Settlement Agreement. An emergency resolution to accept the material terms of the One Ohio subdivision settlement pursuant to the One Ohio Memorandum of Understanding and consistent with the terms of the July 21st, 2021 National Opioid Settlement Agreement.
Move to adopt the emergency clause.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adopt the emergency clause. Discussion.
Mr. Duncan, can you explain
On
that
the-
just a
on
little
the
bit?
emergency.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We're, okay.
We're on the emergency.
On the
clause.
emergency clause
Okay,
right now.
sorry.
That's all
Jumping
right.
in.
If it's pertaining to the emergency, I'll
Okay.
take it. But-
Oh, no.
Okay,
Next one.
further discussion. Okay, on the emergency clause. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner.
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Baumgartner to adopt. Now, Mr. Whitaker.
Can you unpack that a little bit?
If you don't mind.
Okay.
Absolutely. So you've probably followed in the news for quite some while. There's been a lot of discussion about the opioid drug problem and whether pharmaceutical companies were responsible. The state of Ohio has essentially filed a class action lawsuit to negotiate a settlement. What this does is just says that we want to participate as a member of the class as opposed to bringing our own action. So they've already got figures and settlements done. We'll get a proportionate share of that. The alternative is if you didn't want to go forward with this, we would bear all the costs and responsibilities of negotiating our own settlement directly with the pharmaceutical companies, which I would not advise you to do.
Oh, I wouldn't think so. Why reinvent the wheel? Good deal. Thanks for explaining that.
Very succinct answer. I like that. Okay, further questions or discussion? Okay, the motion is to adopt, correct? All right, call the roll, please.
Baumgartner.
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
And item 11, a resolution authorizing Safety Service Director to enter contract with Jones and Henry for professional engineering services.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with Jones and Henry Engineers LTD for the rendering of professional engineering consultation services for a new biosolids handling facility. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with Jones and Henry Engineers LTD for the rendering of professional engineering services for a new biosolids handling facility.
Make a motion to suspend the rules on this resolution and read it by title only, second and third time.
Motion by Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules, read the resolution by title, second and third time. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with Jones and Henry Engineers LTD for the rendering of professional engineering consultation services for a new biosolids handling facility. A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with Jones and Henry Engineers LTD for the rendering of professional engineering consultation services for a new biosolids handling facility.
Move to adopt the resolution.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adopt the resolution. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
And next we have a resolution authorizing expenditure of funds for a refrigerator for the wastewater department.
A resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds for a refrigerator for the wastewater department. This resolution authorizes the expenditure of funds for a refrigerator for the wastewater department.
Move to suspend the rules, give this resolution a second, third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Schmidt to suspend the rules, read the resolution by title, second, third time. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds for a refrigerator for the wastewater department. A resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds for a refrigerator for the wastewater department.
Move to adopt the resolution.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adopt the resolution. Discussion.
Is there a cost on this? I mean, I don't
It's
think-
not to exceed $800, I believe is what's in the body of the legislation.
Okay.
Having a little tenure at the wastewater department, although I think that probably far different than it was when I was down there. But a refrigerator is needed to house specimens that are in process and so forth. It isn't something that's a sandwich bar or anything like that. It is part of the function of the wastewater department.
Sandwich bar.
Um,
Pretty cool.
Not so much.
Could be, but I hope you get all the right bottle if you store your
And
water.
just for clarification, so you all do know where you're at, part of this will be used for storage for the employees' lunches. And this goes together with number 12 and 13. And so the last two resolutions that we have, the motivation for both of those are that council can approve certain benefits for the employees of the city of Greenville if we believe that it serves a public purpose. And right now we're dealing with a climate where it's very hard to deal with employee satisfaction and employee retention. Ordinances 12 and 13 show what we can do with a little bit of money. It's $800 for a refrigerator. It's $1,000 for an employee appreciation fund so we can have the community picnic. These are all things that a lot of private businesses are doing that serve a general public purpose for us in the city, in the sense that if we can keep our qualified employees, if we have happy employees, that translates back to how they interact with the community. So these last two ordinances expend a little bit of funds that we wouldn't normally do in a normal way, but it's to see the big picture. And the last one, frankly, for the employee appreciation, for the picnic for the employees, that's something that, thankful to the administration pre-me, used to throw in out of their own pocket to make happen, to go buy the own meat. But that's something that we can do if we see the value in it. And I think it's something that we have to do if you want to keep good people working for the city. And so that's kind of a little bit of explanation on the last two things. So there will be sandwiches stored in the refrigerator.
So, a lot of them show. Okay. Where are we now?
Motion to
Motion to adopt. Okay, motion is to adopt the resolution. Just further discussion or questions? Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And finally, item 13, a resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds for employee appreciation.
A resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds for employee appreciation. This resolution authorizes the expenditure of funds to provide employee appreciation events that benefit all or the majority of city employees.
Move to suspend the rules, give this resolution a second, third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Schmidt to suspend the rules and read the resolution by title second, and third time. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds for employee appreciation. A resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds for employee appreciation.
Move to adopt the resolution.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adopt the resolution. Discussion. Call the roll.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Wow. 13 of them. Quite a few. Thank you all for your indulgence in getting that accomplished. Next, we'll take a look at items under new business from the Ohio Division of Liquor Control and application number 284755 423 LLC at 423 South Broadway, Greenville, Ohio. So do you have something from the police chief there?
To City of Greenville Council from Chief Roberts. I have reviewed the application from the Ohio Division of Liquor Control permit for 423 LLC located at 423 South Broadway. I have no objections to the issuance of a liquor permit. Sincerely, Chief Roberts.
Okay, council as always has the option of either requesting a hearing or not requesting.
I make a motion not to request a hearing.
Motion by Mr. Baumgartner not to request a hearing on this application. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Nothing under old business. Under council representatives of an outside committee, we were going to take a look at Community Improvement Corporation. See who's the representative of that, Mr. Godwin and
Mr. Baumgartner.
Mr. Baumgartner. Have anything, of course, we have a joint meeting coming up here in a little bit, but
Right, so I attended my first meeting, was it 2 weeks ago? Really not a whole lot going on there. So I have nothing to report.
okay. Well, at least it's before us and then we will go ahead. You want to hand that down to the mayor, please? Communications, what communications do we have?
We received the monthly reports of July from the Street Department and the Public Transportation Department.
Okay, any questions or comments from members of council? Seeing none, we will call down the council, please.
Baumgartner,
Yeah, a few things. So the mayor mentioned First Friday. I was there. It was really probably one of the best First Fridays I've been to. We had a blues band down at the Yolo Park and just tons of people. You couldn't walk 10 feet without running into someone you knew. So great success. So make sure everyone's attending the next one. I'd like to thank the department heads. I think it's always great to see department heads here. So thank you too for being here. And then I'd like to make a motion to excuse the absence.
Motion by Mr. Baumgartner to excuse the absences for the month of August. Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Baumgartner.
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Thank you.
And with that, I pass.
Ely,
I too would like to add my 2 cents and my praise for First Friday. It was really a very good event. I noticed there was a lot of traffic all the way throughout the town, stopping in at businesses, taking time to talk, sitting on the benches. So, I think was a wonderful event and I thoroughly enjoyed myself and have decided that I need to add that to my calendar every month. So thank you to everybody who works to make that such a success. And with that, I pass.
Godwin,
Yeah, I'd just like to thank, people for showing up. It's been a long time, but hardly anybody even comes to a council meeting. And that's what John said, the department head is showing up, is pretty good too. And with that, I'll pass.
Rogers,
Yes, with the fair coming up, we're going to have a lot of extra traffic in town and so forth. So just if you're in the fair area, just make sure of what you're doing because you have people walking out in front of traffic and et cetera sometimes. So just be careful. After that fair's over, then we've got school coming up and we'll have a lot of kids out on the sidewalks and maybe in the street even. So be very careful whenever you're walking or riding and down the streets and so forth. With that, I pass.
Schmidt,
I wanted to thank Mr. Schaefer for coming up tonight. We do appreciate that. And before the game on Thursday, the anniversary, 50th anniversary, is that correct?
1971 NBL undefeated
We'll have several members of that team in attendance. Wow. So, yeah, so if you're free Thursday night, come on out, come see us. So with that, I'll pass.
Whitaker,
Yeah, I want to thank Mr. Schaefer too for coming. I'm planning on attending that. Should be a fun event. And First Friday was fantastic. I was there as well. And, if you don't go to First Friday, you need to because it's an enjoyable community event. And it really promotes the downtown businesses and that makes our area grow and get better. With all of that, I pass.
Wright,
I attended the downtown on the first Friday. A lot of people, a lot of sales going on. And hopefully we can continue the success we have downtown. Police department was visible downtown. And I thought it was absolutely great. Great weather for it. Ryan, what's the size of the water tower?
We're looking at a 2 million gallon.
2 million?
So that'll be 1 day of storage.
So they could give us a day and a half then, right? 36 hours.
Yeah, 36 hours.
That's all I got.
President Burkett.
Well, yeah, that 1971 has a kind of special spot in my heart. Mr. Schaefer, I happened to be athletic director that year when they won 10-0, went in the MVL. And it was kind of interesting at the beginning of the season. One of the coaches made a statement that if you guys go 10-0, I'll buy y'all steak dinners. Well, guess what? He was on the hook for steak dinners. But the football boosters came together and they had a huge steak fry out at Wayne Lakes in the community building there. And a bunch of the guys worked on it and put it all together. And it was quite a fitting tribute to the young men who really made all that happen, and the coaches as well. And it was a fine group. So that's kind of an interesting thing. We, again, are happy to support and throw our support behind the programs here with the Greenville schools, because I think it benefit many, many students. So with that, I would entertain a motion that we rise to executive session for the purpose of discussing personnel matters regarding 121.22G1 of the Ohio Revised Code.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Baumgartner that we rise to executive session. Discussion, call the roll.
Baumgartner.
Yes.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Thank you, and we will